All right, Ayah, Shalom to the elect, men, women, and children of the nation of Yasha Allah, which consists of the ignorantly so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. We are in fact the biblical Hebrew Israelites, the true people of our God, our Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and His Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, not Jesus Christ. And with that being said, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha Kodash. Shalom, salutations, and double honors to the true men that the Most High set up to teach us His truth, that being the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom, salutations, and honors to you brothers and sisters out there that's fighting and enduring for your crown. Shalom. I'm the brother, I Woman Atazak, coming back with another video epistle. And pretty much I'll be going in to the chapter, the 34th chapter of Isaiah, okay? That prophecy is going to come to pass, contrary to popular belief. All right, people believe that these nations just have missiles as a deterrent from starting a global warfare or the Third World War. Okay, or as it's known in the scriptures, the Third Woe. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is going to put it on the minds of these different leaders of these nations to push that button, man. Okay, and as you see on the screen, it's going to cause this type of destruction, this type of devastation, and that this what you see on the screen here, this devastation, this destruction is mainly coming to the shores of Babylon the Great, or America. Okay, the Lord's going to cast this place down by way of fire through those nuclear warheads. Okay, so let's get right to it. And these are clips from Independence Day, by the way, you know. So there's going to be fire coming from those missiles, and there's also going to be fire coming from the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, which the world knows as UFOs. Okay, so let's get right to it. This prophecy of Isaiah 34 is going to come to pass. All right, and all we're doing is waiting for the last major prophecy, that being of the grain of rice, okay, or the MOTB, being instated, all right, amongst the population, and many of the people choosing to take it. That's the last main prophecy we're waiting for. And once that prophecy comes to pass, then the Lord's going to destroy this place, Babylon the Great, and everything that Esau Edom, or the so-called Caucasians, starting with the top banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, so on and so forth, everything they built, the Lord's going to cast down. So this is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Right. And how is the Lord speaking? Through His servants, the prophets. Okay, when we go out on the highways and the byways, and when we put up these videos, they go throughout the entire earth, okay, by way of the internet. Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord, or the righteous anger of the Lord, is upon all nations, because all these nations have further, helped to further the affliction in subjugating us, the Israelites. Okay, they've helped Esau Edom further the affliction, and also uphold and glorify wickedness. Okay, glorify wickedness and glorify opposing the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. It says, and His fury upon all their armies. And that's why the Lord is bringing all these armies down into the Middle East. Okay, and He's going to bring all the armies, should I say, down into the Middle East. You have the two superpowers who are pretty much in the Middle East right now, that being Russia, or in the scriptures, Gog and Magog, and Babylon the Great, America. Okay, and everybody else is just going to follow suit. All right, it says, He hath utterly destroyed them, He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So not only is destruction going to happen here in America, but there's a great destruction set to take place over there in the Middle East as well, to destroy all those armies. All right, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, that's spoken about in Joel chapter 3. Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And that's those mushroom clouds, okay? Type in mushroom cloud, and you're going to see the aftermath of a nuclear explosion. And that's what's going to be taking place throughout different places, different pockets of the world, but mainly here in Babylon the Great. There's going to be a great explosion, a great destruction, and as well as mainly over there in the Middle East. Those are the two main places where destruction is set to take place. And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right, what's the sword talking about? The missiles. Okay, and when you read the entire chapter of Joel, chapter 2, it tells you about the missiles being one of the armies of the Heavenly Father. So when those missiles are shot off, the Lord's going to take over. All right, His Spirit is going to be in those missiles. Nothing is going to stop Him. Right, like that one scene on X-Men Apocalypse. One of my favorite scenes, when Apocalypse came and he had all them all them soldiers push that button to shoot off all those missiles. Well, that's what's going to happen. And they couldn't control the missiles once they were shot off. There was nothing to stop them. And in that movie, they just, the missiles shot straight up and then exploded. No, the Lord's going to have those missiles come down. Okay? The Lord's going to have those missiles come down, and they're mainly going to come down. Well, hey, look. Hey, it says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Woo! Look at that, man. All right? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. And what's the main ruling place of Edom? Esau, Edom, because Idumea is another way of saying Edom, all right? Or these Caucasians, their nation, true nation, biblical nation, or biblical nationality. The main place they're ruling from is America, okay? So it's going to come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath the sacrifice in Basra, all right, another nickname for America, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, okay, or America. See, so this place is like the Apostle Tahar said, man. This place is going to be this place is pretty much an altar, okay? This place is an altar, and there's going to be a great sacrifice, right? A lot of death, all right, taking place. Verse 7: and the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. All right, these are desert creatures. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. Right. So nobody's going to be living in buildings. You're not going to have your senators and all that coming to those buildings in Washington D.C. All right, and then you're not going to know state from state, city from city. Okay, street from street. That's what it means by the Lord's going to stretch out upon it the line of confusion, because this place is going to be utterly turned into dust. All right. So you're not going to walk or fly over America and see a sign saying "Welcome to Rhode Island," or "Welcome to Oklahoma," or "Welcome to wherever," "Welcome to LA." No, this place is going to be totally cast down and turned into ashes and dust. Verse 12. They shall call and this is rhetorical, okay? They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. Right. Verse 12 is rhetorical, okay? Because you're not going to have somebody, standing down here, somebody survive and call out, oh, hear ye, President bloop de bloop, and then president don't show up, or Senator bloop de bloop, and the senator, no, this is saying, ain't gonna be nobody down here, all right, on the soils of America to call out for their princes and their nobles and their kings, because this place is gonna be wiped out, and all the people on the land is gonna be wiped out. Verse 13, and thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls. See? So you're going to have these animals possess. This is going to be their land. All right? This is going to be the biggest desert on the planet. The wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and the screech owl also shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest. See? And hey, these animals are waiting for this day as well, because they're promised to possess this land. So that's their reward. The soils of America. Okay, verse 15. There shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, everyone with her mate. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. So that's, going back to through the Spirit, the title, all right, or some along those lines. This prophecy is going to come to pass, Isaiah 34, and I might start doing a series like that. That's a good title, That might be a good title to start using. This prophecy is going to come to pass, and then put the put the book or the verse behind it. It says, none shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it had gathered them. Right, because you don't see any other book that has prophecies in it like the scriptures, like the Bible does. Okay, and these other books are damn sure ain't talking about the destruction and downfall of Esau, Edom, and the destruction of and the downfall of Babylon the Great, or America, like the scriptures are. That's why it says none shall want her mate. You can't pair any other book with this book. Okay, all these other books they pull from the scriptures and then they twist, and turn the meaning of these scriptures. All right, but the Lord has set up his servants, the prophets, all right, to break these scriptures down the right way, and that being the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, as well as the brothers. Okay, verse 17, and he hath cast the lot for them, and his hand hath divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever. From generation to generation shall they dwell therein. All right. So this prophecy is going to come to pass, Isaiah 34. Once again, contrary to popular belief, the Lord is going to put it on the minds of these nations to shoot those missiles off. And majority of those missiles, to be exact, when you read Revelation 9 and 16, it talks about the number of those missiles. I believe it's Revelation 9 and 16. That being 200,000. Okay. Yep. Revelation 9 and 15. And the four angels were loosed. These are the same four angels spoken about in Revelation 7, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. The third part of men talking about Esau, Edom. Right. The three parts of men are the sons of the Heavenly Father, that being us, the Israelites, the son of men, which are the other heathen nations, and then the sons of the wicked, that being Esau, Edom. Okay, so the third part of men is talking about Esau, Edom. All right, and remember, these are the four angels that were spoken about in Revelation chapter 7 that are holding back the four winds until the elect are sealed. And once the elect are sealed and once the elect are delivered, the Lord's going to have those four angels loose that destruction, okay, upon the earth. Verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And to get more, well, you can keep reading to get a description of, what this is talking about. It's going into the missiles, and then read Joel chapter 2, and this is it'll give you a detailed description as well, okay, and what those missiles are going to do. All right, so with that, I hope this was edifying. I'm going to say shalom to the elect, and Abad Babal, okay, Abad Babal, Salaki, Abad Babal. Shalom to the elect.